Hey folks, welcome to Perry Hill. We are fooling with some peaches. We had, one of our peach trees was producing the early peaches, and I think this one is the what they call the king peach, which is I'm trying to remember the official name for it, but there's a queen and a king, and I think this one was the king, and it had quite a few peaches on it.
This was the one I had shared a picture of on our Double Trouble video, of the abundance of the peaches.
Right.
Yeah.
It had a bunch of peaches on it. Well, we knew we had a few days ago, we had some that were like, okay, these are starting to ripen, and some of them were, you could pick them off and eat them and they were good. And so we're like, well, we need to get these picked here in the next few days, at least the ripe ones. So after church last night, I got home, and of course it was getting close to dark, an hour before dark, and I was like, well, let me go pick what's ripe, and then we can pick on them over the next few days to make jams and jellies and stuff like that, whatever we're going to do with them. Well, when I went over there, I noticed some, like peaches all over the ground, falling out of the tree that were just overripe. And I'm like, how in the world did these things ripen that fast? So I started picking the ripe ones and noticed several on the tree, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let me see that, if you can see that, look like this. And I thought, boy, that almost looks like a blossom end rot on a tomato. And I started looking, and some of the peaches were completely covered that way, just like wrinkled up like a shriveled old man, which, a few days ago, they all look like pretty, completely normal peaches. And I'm like, what is going on with that? So, of course, I immediately said, we got to pick all these peaches, because if not, we're going to lose them all. And so started picking them. Had several that, you just touched it on the tree and it fell down, hit the ground, just splattered like a mush ball. And I'm like, something's just not right with this. So we got the peaches picked. I got up in the tractor. Stumpy held me up in the tractor so I could get through the tree and pick all the peaches I could pick. And Denise picked, down on the ground level, anything that fell, she was picking them up. And today we're cutting out, any bad area and saving the best part of the peaches. A lot of these we picked were in good shape, but there's still some spots on some of these.
Yeah.
And
let's give them an idea of what we got. So we're on our second basket. This is one of those freezer baskets, and it was slam full of peaches. And this is our second basket, and we have a bowl in the refrigerator. So that was the amount of peaches that we picked off the tree. Just the one,
the one tree. And there was probably that many or more that were on the ground or stuck in the tree that were completely engulfed. I mean,
that's crazy, isn't it? Because I had been paying close attention, and I noticed that they were getting soft, and I kept telling Stumpy, I said, we need to get them picked. He said, you don't need to pick them until you're ready to peel them and put them up, because they'll go bad quickly if you...
Yeah, like that right there. And it would look like that, and it would be, the whole peach would be that way in a matter of just a couple days.
Yeah.
And so a normal peach like this, maybe a day or two later, would look like this.
Yeah.
And so once I got them done this morning, I got up this morning, I was thinking about it, and I was like, let me do some research. So I just started researching.
He's going to do some research.
I did. I started researching some things that cause what I was seeing.
Right.
And I got to this site that showed from the University of Kentucky this disease called brown rot peach. And I mean, the pictures looked exactly like what I was seeing on our tree. And so I read most of the article, and you know, it just talked about, you know, this is not a good thing to have if you're a peach farmer, and it talked about, you know, peach farmers in Kentucky and in those areas that if they see this, they have to move quick. And I'm gonna cut this one open and let you see what I'm talking about. Inside the peach, like this, that's what it looks like.
Go a little closer, over there. The
core, see how it looks dark, brown, and not good? You know, it's just not good there. And, you know, when we get one like this, I basically just don't use it. And, but that's what was happening to the peaches. So we caught a lot of them. Like this one right here might not be completely ripe, but it's completely salvageable. It's almost there, but by the time we mix it in with some of these that are really ripe, it's going to be fine. But what I've got to do is figure out, well, what causes it? And there were some things that they mentioned that will help. They said, of course, if you spray them all the time, once you spray them all the time, if that's a prominent thing in your area or with your trees, you're not going to completely get rid of it. That it might slow the process down, but it won't get rid of it. So, possible airflow problems, you know, like through the trees, meaning, you know, too thick, or I don't think that's our problem here because they're not crowded, they get plenty of airflow. It mentions possibly over-fertilization, which is not really a problem for us because we really don't over-fertilize. We don't fertilize with a lot of unnatural fertilizer. And so, don't think that's a problem. It did mention, you know, if they're pruned not properly. And remember, we've talked about videos, we're learning how to prune our trees. Could that possibly be an issue? We don't know. Something else it mentioned was obviously when you start to see it happening is get that fruit cleaned up from around the tree as fast as you can. And so last night we tried cleaning all that up and just throwing it to the hogs.
Boy, did they enjoy it.
Yeah. But, so I've still got to do some more reading on it and see if there's something, you know, that we're doing that's causing this. Is there something we can...
this would be a perfect example of one. Look at this. Look. And so you can see it's very mushy. See it? It's very mushy.
Yeah, that's exactly what was happening to the fruit.
So, and when you cut it open, you know, you can see the rotting around the edge. And so... And
a few days ago, that was a perfectly looking good peach.
Yeah.
And so it says that even if you try to get the peaches out and just store them, if it's in the peach, it's still going to continue to rot, even in storage. So in other words, you know, we put them in because it was dark last night, you know, 8 o'clock, we put them in the fridge so we could do them today. I got off work and Danette and I have been cutting them up, trying to get them ready to do something with. So what we're doing is cutting good peelings and good cores, and we're putting them in a pot for us to make peach jelly.
Right, and we've shared that video before in the past. I'll try to link it up in the top of the video where we made peach jelly from our pits and our peels. That way nothing goes to waste. And so I'll try to share that video. So we've got our good meat, all of our meat here of our peaches, and then we have a pan over there that we are putting all of our good pits and the good peelings over there. And we'll get quite a bit of peach juice off of those pits. See, this one's starting. And once you figured it out, what you think it starts in the middle?
Well, that's what I don't know. I don't know if it starts around the. That's what I got to research. Does it start around the pit? Because I notice when you deal with one, the pit is real hollowed out, and it's like it's cored to an area. So we're going to research that. I'll let you know. And if you got a comment or somebody's familiar with it, what they've done to prevent it or help it, just you know, let us know. But I'm gonna research it myself some more.
Hey, Beckett.
Hey, Beckett.
Is that one that needs cutting up?
Oh, maybe. I keep throwing.
Oh wait, you want some good ones? They're right here, baby. That's just that's the bad ones.
You can nibble on it. No, it's not bad. It's just the trimmings.
It's the trimmings and all. Let's see. You
want this one?
He loves peaches too.
Here, now that's real cold.
Yeah.
I've got to go get that other bowl out of the thing.
So we've had to play speed demons to get them cut up because we didn't want to lose them.
We didn't want to lose what we have. I mean,
Now I wonder if it can spread to that other tree.
Well, that's why it said to pick them up. I think to help.
Okay.
Now there's other trees. They have younger peaches on them.
Yeah.
And you know, 2 of those are queens, 2 are kings. The other king doesn't have a lot of peaches on it. It kind of, I think, suffered one time with a storm or something. It just hadn't produced like this king has.
Yeah.
The other 2 queens look great, and they're got peaches, but I think their peaches are mature later, so they're smaller right now.
They're more about
And so, but we're gonna just salvage what we can, and still gonna be a pretty good amount of peaches.
Yeah, I was interested in showing you about how much we got off that one tree. When we get done cutting all the meat off of them, I'll show you and what we're going to do with these is we're going to put them in Ziploc bags and put lemon juice on them and put them in the freezer. And they store pretty good in there until we're ready for jams or jellies or cobblers. They work really good in cobblers. Now, I wouldn't suggest, you know, if you wanted to make a fresh peach salsa, you wouldn't want to pull it out of the freezer and use it. It would be probably mushy.
But if you're going to make something you're going to process and put up, I think it's okay to...
Yeah, they've done very well for us in the freezer.
Let me go get the other bowl. This ball was one we separated because it was more of the uglier ones that we were going to try to salvage part of the peach. But this is what it looked like. If you can see, it just, I mean, completely starting to rot.
Yeah.
In a brown, that's what it was called, brown rot. And that's exactly what that peach is doing right there. And so if I cut this open, I'm just going to show you. We'll cut this open.
Oh, look at that.
See, it looks completely rotten there.
There ain't nothing you can do with
so
that. There's nothing to
probably
salvage.
nothing to salvage there, but you can take the peach if you're on the other side and see that peach looks completely normal and feels completely normal, but this side is rotten. Now, we could probably salvage some of that, but we're on a short time frame. We're going to try to save what we can. Like this is a decent one here.
Yeah.
And trim off any bad around it and put the rest up. But if you have experienced that, or you know what causes it before I can figure it out,
leave us a comment.
Leave us a comment. Be careful, watch your hands, boy.
There's a knife in there. Yeah, these are going to be disgusting.
Well, you just have to look, and if it just looks like it's totally
See, look at that. See how that must be the start of it. You can see inside that peach on the edge there. Might be the start. Even, let's see there. Yeah.
Yep. So when you grab one, you just have to...
There you go, baby.
See, like that. Ugh. There is just... Yeah, well, right. It's just part of it, buddy. Now I'm getting to the better part of the peach now.
Let me go get my mix. Right,
here, eat that.
Here you go. Easy, easy, easy. So we're gonna finish up these. and then I'll show you how much we have of each bowl, and when we get done. So. Okay, so there's about 12 to 13 cups in each bag.
I'm getting the juice going already, huh?
30 minutes and let it sit overnight. Okay, so I scooped out probably about 12 to 13 cups per bag. And then poured lemon juice in the bag. So I've got 3 gallon size bags. That one's probably a little bit more fuller. 3 gallon size bags of peaches here that with lemon juice we're gonna put in the freezer.
Is that all y'all peeled right there?
That's what we got out of that. These were all rotten, so we're gonna feed them.
Yeah, the bowl ones, those got more ripe.
Yeah. So
3 bags.
that's more than what we had.
Yeah.
And it's from our own trees, so
yeah.
So 3 gallon size bags for freezer, and then over here we got our pits and our peels going. We're gonna bring them to a boil for 30 minutes. Simmer them for 30 minutes, right?
A boil. Yes, that's right. 30 minutes, and then we'll leave them covered all night.
And then we'll come back and
soak in juice, and then you'll be able to strain it and make some peach jelly with it.
Stumpy's made it in here now. There's our 3 bags. And we're done. And so
hallelujah.
We're done with them. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have some more.
Well, we got two more trees that got pretty decent peaches on them. They're the different kinds. All right. Well, we'll figure out what was going on with them, and maybe we can prevent it next year. And like I said, if you've had experience with it, just comment, and we will keep you updated on the peach harvest, how it goes, what we get out of our trees, because really this is the first year we've had some production from our peach trees.
This amount, that's pretty good.
Exactly. So praise God for that, because you know, it's always good to have your own stuff and grow it and eat it. It's so much better.
Yep.
So God bless, and keep watching. A simple life is a much more enjoyable life. Thank you, peaches.
Say goodbye.
Bye.